Using public relations to tell your story can be extremely powerful. And this is what we're talking in this episode. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. I'm NATA, host of the NATA PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager, and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At NATA PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening, and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to the 190th, episode 190 of the NATA PR School podcast. Public relations to tell your stories. So yes, welcome my PR friends. I hope you're ready to hear me tell you a story today, because this is what I'm going to do again in this podcast. And I wanted to talk about how important it is and how powerful it can be to tell your story to your consumer, of course, but to journalists and influencers so that they could tell your story to their readers, followers. So although NATA PR agency, the public relations agency I founded more than 20 years ago, is specialized. We are expert in promoting high-end products in North America. It is always so much easier for us to get the attention of the press and media when brands have a beautiful story to tell. 100%, so much easier. Why? Because the media, what do they love? They love founders who have a deep understanding of their product, of course. They love true stories behind the creation of a company or a product, and their readers love it too. I'm sure you're like me, so when there's a company you hear or you see a founder telling about their company story, especially if you're a business person, you might be extremely interested by that story. So true stories behind creation of companies interest journalists and their readers, of course. And the third, what they love also, they love our friend journalists, spokespersons, who have real knowledge of their market, and if they know about their industry and they're open to talk about it, doesn't mean you need to talk about it negatively, but you can explain what's happening in your market. Journalists love that. Yes, so they love founders who have deep understanding of their product and can tell their story. They love, of course, true stories behind creation of the company, the ups and downs of what that company went through. They love spokespersons who have a real world knowledge of their market and who are ready to talk, and they don't have this it doesn't mean, as I'm saying, you're going to be talking negatively about something, but you can compare, you can explain why it's hard, why it's happening this way. So at NATA PR, we love supporting companies entering the North American market. I can say we're experts. We've done it so many times. Companies who are completely unknown in the US or Canada, and we know how to tell their story to the press. This is something I love doing. And I remember one of our clients, me, I love always to talk about a real case study. So this is a very good one. It was a French beauty brand whose founders moved to New York. Listen to this. They had a lot of courage. They moved to New York with their family for 5 years to really understand this vast market, deeply. They wanted to live in this market to understand it. But they even went further than just moving in New York. Like even today, even to this day, I greatly admire these founders. Why? Because they were ready to set aside their ego and their huge success in Europe to really enter a market where they were completely unknown and approach it as beginners. It was amazing to see how they were learning about the market. So these leaders had the humility to go on the field again and gather consumers' feedback. And I can tell you it was not always positive about their product and, the packaging. And they really were listening to what these consumers, their future customers, actually had to say, what their perception was, their understanding of their product. And then really they took the time to completely rework deeply their product, packaging, messages, information. I was really impressed. The first time I saw a company do something like this and being open to all the comments like these clients might have, even if they had like this crazy success in Europe. They listen really to what these future consumers had to say. And they really took the necessary step, right, to change their product, adapt them, so that they could be appreciated in this new market. It was very impressive. And NATA PR we were extremely fortunate actually to introduce the founders to the media. So this is why we were perfect transmitter of their story, because we had this chance to invite media to meet with the founders. So of course it was before the pandemic, so much more easier than it is probably today. And for 5 years, we could organize these either one-on-one with journalists or small groups, product launch where the founders were there and telling their story, explaining what was behind the products or the products they were launching. So yes, we were the perfect intermediary, between the perfect tool, I should say, to help this brand convey its story and their DNA, their culture, how to explain it because you want journalists to tell your story to their readers. It's so powerful. So this is what we did. It was so much fun. I love really working with them. So yes, public relations to tell brand stories is extremely powerful. If you want to know more, you can always contact me. If you want a free consultation, I'll be happy to get back to you. We can schedule a quick call. I'll be happy to hear where you are. And if you're curious how you can integrate public relations in your marketing plan, I'll be really open to listen to what you're doing. And I could tell you easily what you could do or not do. So voila. And so keep listening to our podcast, because we'll be announcing probably in the next one the new dates for the NATA PR School. I will be reopening the door probably at the end of May. I'll know for sure the dates next week probably. And so by then, hopefully you'll look at what we do. You get on our list if you're not to receive our newsletters. I'm also very present on LinkedIn. So you have all the link be below this episode, of course. And know that I answer all my emails. I'll be glad to talk to you. And more than anything, you know me, I hope you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the NATA PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.